Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon. I&R spoilers. Connor's bittersweet homecoming, Adam's breakdown ruins happy ending. The Young and the Restless spoilers reveal that Connor Newman, Judah Mackey, is finally coming home. While THADM are worried about Connor's mental health, it might not be him who has a crisis. Chelsea Lawson, Melissa Claire Egan, recently foreshadowed Adam Newman's, Mark Grossman, breakdown. Could Adam's breakdown coincide with Connor's return, making it a bittersweet homecoming? Keep reading and let's talk about this storyline. The Young and the Restless spoilers, Connor Newman's return. I&R spoilers reveal that Connor has been in a treatment facility for kids with mental and behavioral issues. Connor had a rough time at the center, but has recently shown much improvement. So much improvement that Connor is being released. Adam and Chelsea are overjoyed that Connor is coming home so soon, but they are also worried. I&R spoilers. THADM's concern. During a video chat with Connor's doctor, Chelsea asked if they would be able to handle Connor's issues. Chelsea wasn't sure what to do if Connor self-harmed and the other questions a parent would have in this situation. The doctor didn't think that would be an issue. While everyone will be focused on Connor's mental health, Chelsea seemed to foreshadow Adam's possible crisis. The Young and the Restless spoilers. Chelsea Lawson's foreshadowing. The Young and the Restless spoilers reveal that in the episode that aired on Tuesday, July 30, 2024, Chelsea and Adam caught a ride to the airport. Chelsea and Adam are on their way back to Baltimore, Maryland to bring Connor home. It was right after Billy Abbott, Jason Thompson, and Sally Spectra's Courtney Hope ambush. While this was mostly Billy, it really showed that Chelsea wasn't the only one going through extreme guilt. Adam is also having a really hard time grappling with betraying Sally. I&R spoilers. Adam Newman's breakdown. In that episode and in that car ride, Chelsea blurted out concern about Adam's mental health. Chelsea admitted that she was about to have a nervous breakdown over the deception. However, Chelsea has gone through a few breakdowns the past few years. It seems Adam might be overdue to have a breakdown next. Plus, since Chelsea is already aware of her spiraling mental state, she's actually more likely to hold on to reality. Adam's denial about his own impending breakdown will probably end in disaster. It's wonderful that Connor is finally coming home. However, the homecoming could be bittersweet. It won't just be the betrayal or deception that sends Adam over the edge, either. Adam has been carrying a lot regarding Connor's mental health as well as the Newman family's mind games. At some point, maybe it just becomes too much for Adam, so will Sally or Chelsea be the one to help Adam as he has a nervous breakdown? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. Remember to keep watching the soap on CBS or Paramount Plus to find out what happens next. The Abbott mansion was bathed in the golden light of the setting sun, its grandeur standing in stark contrast to the storm brewing within. Connor Newman had been away for what felt like an eternity, and today was the day he finally returned home. But home, as Connor would soon discover, was a place where happiness was often as fleeting as a summer breeze. Adam Newman paced the length of the living room, his hands clenched into fists, his jaw set in a grim line. He had fought tooth and nail to bring his son back to Genoa City, battling his own demons and the relentless legal battles that seemed never-ending. Now, as the moment of reunion approached, a torrent of emotions threatened to drown him. Chelsea Lawson stood by the window, her eyes fixed on the driveway. She tried to steady her breath, to calm the flutter of nerves in her stomach. She had always been the rock for Connor, the one who soothed his fears and made him feel safe. But the strain of the past months had taken its toll, and she couldn't shake the nagging doubt that they might never regain what they had lost. The sound of a car pulling up outside jolted Adam from his thoughts. He turned to Chelsea, his eyes meeting hers in a shared moment of vulnerability. They both knew that this homecoming was not just about Connor. Was a test of their own resilience, of their ability to mend the fractures that had splintered their lives. Connor's small form emerged from the backseat of the car, clutching a worn-out teddy bear that had seen him through countless sleepless nights. He looked up at the imposing mansion, his eyes wide with a mix of awe and apprehension. The driver opened the door, and Connor hesitated for a moment before stepping out, his gaze searching for familiar faces. Chelsea rushed to him, her arms outstretched, tears already streaming down her face. "Connor, sweetheart, welcome home," she whispered, pulling him into a tight embrace. Connor hugged her back, his grip fierce as if afraid she might vanish if he let go. Adam stood a few paces behind, his eyes misting as he watched the reunion. He wanted to join them, to wrap his arms around his son, and never let go. But something held him back, a lingering fear that his presence might shatter the fragile moment. Connor finally pulled away from Chelsea and looked at Adam. "Dad," he said softly, his voice tinged with uncertainty. Adam's heart swelled and he took a tentative step forward. "Hey, buddy," Adam said, his voice cracking. "I've missed you so much." Connor's face lit up with a tentative smile, and he ran to Adam, burying his face in his father's chest. Adam hugged him tightly, his tears falling freely now. For a moment it felt like everything might be okay. But moments have a way of slipping through fingers like grains of sand. As the evening wore on, the initial joy of reunion began to wane, replaced by the weight of unresolved issues and unspoken fears. Connor sensed the tension between his parents, the way they avoided each other's eyes, the strained smiles that didn't quite reach their eyes. Dinner was a quiet affair, punctuated by awkward silences and forced small talk. Connor picked at his food, his appetite dulled by the undercurrent of unease. He excused himself early, retreating to his room with his teddy bear for comfort. As soon as Connor was out of earshot, the dam broke. Adam and Chelsea's facade of calm crumbled, and the arguments that had been simmering beneath the surface erupted with a vengeance. "You think this is easy for me?" Adam's voice was hoarse with frustration. "I'm doing everything I can to make things right for our son." Chelsea's eyes blazed with anger and hurt. "And what about making things right for us, Adam? We're a family, remember? Or have you forgotten that in your quest to save everyone else?" The words hung in the air, heavy and unrelenting. They both knew that the wounds they had inflicted on each other ran deep and that healing them would take more than just good intentions. Hours later, as the house fell silent, Adam found himself in Connor's room. The boy was fast asleep, his small form curled up under the covers, clutching his teddy bear. Adam sat on the edge of the bed, his heart etching with the realization of how fragile this newfound peace was. He reached out to brush a lock of hair from Connor's forehead, his fingers trembling. "I'm sorry, buddy," he whispered. "I'm so sorry for everything." In that quiet moment, Adam's resolve began to crack. The weight of his mistakes, the fear of losing his son's trust, the guilt of not being the father Connor needed, all of it threatened to consume him. He buried his face in his hands, his shoulders shaking with silent sobs. The next morning, the sun rose on a household still wrapped in tension. Connor sensed the change, the way his parents avoided each other, the tight smiles that didn't fool anyone. He tried to be brave, to show that he was okay, but the uncertainty gnawed at him.